Second down and 5 for U of H. 11:42 and counting, third quarter. First possession of the third quarter. Snap to Wigman. And it running right around the corner, 40-35, and out of bounds is Dean Connors again. Connors showing a little speed there to get to the corner. He's bumped out of bounds at the 33, it looks like. So a 13-yard run and a first down for the Cougars.
So close. I mean, there's a stretch to the wide side of the field, and again, you have to create containment. They're trying to get to the edge, and it drew it out, but then we didn't quite get there, and he was able to get around the corner for a first down.
First down and 10, Houston at the Baylor 33. Wigman looked like he was going to run, steps back to throw. Near sideline, it's incomplete. Dean Connors, the intended receiver, he overthrew him at about the 15-yard line.
Good coverage right there. I mean, there wasn't much of a step by Dean Connors, and so it had to be a really perfectly thrown ball. And we snuffed out that fake QB power, turned into kind of a, not a jump pass, but similar mechanics and way the play developed on the wheel route.
Here we go, second and 10 from the 33. Wigman looks to run this one, and he's tackled for a loss. Keaton Thomas in to knock down the quarterback. Wigman for a loss back to the 36-yard line. Let's go down to Ricky.
Guys, this is where the Bears need to step up. You've got 3rd and 13. They've got to make a stop here, and don't let it be 4th and short, because Houston will go for it.
Yeah. It's 3rd down and 13. Baylor nearly jumps off sides. 3rd down and 13 for the Cougars from the Baylor 36. Wigman will hand it off, and the Bears have the tackle. Short gain to the 35, so only a yard. It is 4th down and 12 for U of H from the Baylor 35.
Yeah, and I don't know that this is field goal range for the Cougars, so do you go for it on 4th and 12, or do you try to just do a pooch punt and pin us deep? But again, here comes the unit right now. Here comes special teams. Is that punt team? Look at that. Yeah,
oh,
Ricky
man,
called it
that?
punt team.
Yeah.
Big stop. If they pick up 3 or 4 more yards, I think that's an attempted field goal.
Well, Sanchez, his longest on the year is 52, and that would have been kicking against the wind. So it looks like they're going to try to pooch it here. They're going to take a penalty to back them up 5 and give them a little more yardage. Josh Cameron stands at about his own 10-yard line.
Delay of game. Offense. The penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
Well, that's the way you combat that. You decline the penalty.
I don't know that I've ever seen anyone decline that. I like that.
It is.
I like that
It's a good
chess
move.
game. It's a great move.
Right.
Makes it that much harder to pin it.
So what do they do?
Kicking it into the end zone.
What do they do? They come out and delay again. No, can't do that. Here we go. 4th down and 12. Snap back to their punter. Left-footed punter. Trying to hit the coffin corner. It did go out of bounds. Almost hit Ricky on the head there. Let's see where they'll spot it out at the 10-yard line. So a 25-yard punt. Ricky, that was a good stop. But hang on, Ricky. You are busy right now.
Yeah, it's not fair, boys.
It is very fair. They're going to recognize Ricky Thompson during this timeout. See if we can listen in to our PA announcer, Derek Smith. Attaboy. Right into the camera. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Way to go. All right, Rick. Rick getting congratulations on the sideline. Who's that? Aaron Hunt down there. And one of the officials comes over to him. Oh, how great is that?
Well done.
That is really nice.
Well done. Classy.
There's big Larry. Larry's going to come and congratulate him. Appreciate that from Baylor football, recognizing Ricky's accomplishments All right, Rick, we didn't take the break. We stuck with you there. Now there's Jeremy with U of H going to come over. Ricky, he may want to interview you on the Houston network. We're just messing with him. But a tremendous honor for Ricky. Again, 26 years. Today is game 317 in a row. I think I said 318 earlier, but 317 consecutive games. Rick, nice honor.
I appreciate it, guys. That was a lot of fun. The Houston radio guy just told me that Jack Pardee's son is actually working with the radio crew for Houston, so I'm going to visit with him after. Of course, I played for Jack in Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Many years ago, but it'll be fun to see Teddy Pardee after the game.
That is really cool. What a connection there. Well, you do it, do this and playing prior to that, as long as you have. You got a lot of connections, Rick.
Well, it's fun. Just a lot of friends, and the texts today have been really meaningful, and what you guys have done today for me, I really appreciate it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
That is fair. That is fair, but it's great to recognize you on this day, Ricky. Now what we need to do is come from behind and get a win for you. All right, following the punt, a 25-yard punt. Baylor will begin at its own 10-yard line. 10-yard line is where the Bears will begin, trailing 17-9. How about Baylor turns it on here in the third quarter?
Well, defense did what they needed to do by getting off the field on their first drive without giving up points to turn the ball back over to your offense to go tie this ball game.
Sawyer Robertson takes the snap in the shotgun. Caden Knighton in the backfield. Robertson dances around, passes near sideline. It's incomplete. Ashton Hawkins had cut up field on the sideline. He was about 5 yards further up field than where the pass landed. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Looked like a little miscommunication almost on that play.
It was a scramble, and it looked like Sawyer was about to tuck it and run it, and then he threw it kind of across his body to the wide side of the field. And not what you want to do.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Robertson over the middle, caught by Ashton Hawkins, spun around and down at the 17-yard line, so a 7-yard pickup on the play. Here comes 3rd down and 3 for the Bears.
Yeah, it's a big 3rd down right now. Again, what Houston did by punting it was try to play the field position game, and so picking up a 1st down right here is huge offensively.
Big 3rd down opportunity, 3rd and 3 for the Bears, just 1 of 5. Caden Knighton has got the 1st down, running to the right side, across the 20 to the 22. Boy, that is a big conversion for the Bears. Baylor was just 1 of 5 on 3rd downs in the first half, and that is a big one to keep this drive moving.
And you see the speed by Caden once he caught that ball to get north and south and pick up the 1st.
From the 22, 1st down and 10. Number 22, Caden Knighton gets this carry. He's going to lose 2 yards on this play.
Yeah, nothing going there. Houston did a good job clogging the middle and really giving Caden Knighton nowhere to go with that ball once he took possession of it from Sawyer. Now you're in 2nd and 12, and again, you've got to figure out how to pick up 5 to 6 yards right here at minimum.
2nd and 12 for the Bears from their own 20-yard line, trailing 17-9, 3rd quarter. Sawyer Robertson passes upfield, incomplete, and nearly intercepted. Ashton Hawkins was the intended receiver for the Bears. Will James was there. Will James had a big game last week, 2 interceptions and a forced fumble against TCU. He nearly had another pick right there.
Yeah, and that's just James sitting on that curl route that we've been doing all day, that curl dig. That's where I talk about a double move. That's the moment where you got to do a double move and fake the dig, curl, and then run a vertical.
So 3rd down and 12 for the Bears. Robertson steps up, throws, pass, incomplete, overshot. Josh Cameron coming in into the middle of the field. So it is 4th down and 12. The Bears 1 3rd down conversion, but nothing more. They're going to have to punt the ball away on 4th and 12 from their own 20.
Yeah, Houston in that series right there, bringing a lot of pressure and a lot of blitz, and so it'll be interesting to see if that continues on as we move forward in the second half. They didn't do a lot of blitzing in the first half, some here or there, but back-to-back plays to try to bring pressure and speed the time clock up on Sawyer.
Dylan Schaub, the deep snapper. Snap back to Palmer Williams. Flags drop.
What a punt, too.
Oh, he boomed it, didn't he? Not sure what this might be. We're about to find out.
Prior to the ball being snapped, false start, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, 4th down. Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Thank you.
All right, that's what it was. A false start for the Bears backs them up to the 15-yard line. So now they'll do it again. Palmer Williams standing on his own goal line. Said earlier, Palmer Williams named one of 3 finalists for the Ray Guy Award earlier this week. Boots it away, high, booming kick. Muse, no fair catch, takes it at the 30. He is hemmed in and down at the 35-yard line. Nice punt. Excellent coverage by the Bears. 55-yard punt by Palmer Williams. Timeout on the field, 7:34 to play. Third quarter, Houston leads Baylor 17-9 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making...
You want to hear one of these coming back?
Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Jeff Haas Mazda and the Baylor Bears both know what it takes to be number one. Hard work, determination, commitment. The number one Mazda dealer in Texas, Jeff Haas Mazda, is inviting all the Baylor Bear fans listening to visit us for hard-hitting deals on every new Mazda in stock, with fresh inventory hitting the ground daily. And every new Mazda comes with our Jeff Haas Advantage plan. Plus, your trade is now worth more than ever.
John, you want to do one of those voices here?
Cash offer in minutes.
Okay.
Fast Mazda on the Katy Freeway. Number one based on 2021 sales and stock volume in the Gulf region.
When life gets complicated, Butts Law Firm is your one-stop for a wide range of legal needs.
Okay.
You need estate planning documents such as a will, trust, or guardianship, or the appointment of a receiver to handle personal or business assets management and disposal, consumer protection, family-related legal matters, or various business-related issues. We are your community firm. Whether you're planning for the future, navigating a probate, or managing a business, our experienced team is ready to guide you every step of the way. Trust us to provide the legal support you need. Call today, 406-641-BUTZ. That's 406-641-2889. Or come by the Waxahachie office at 301 South Rogers Street, Suite 202, downtown Waxahachie. Come see the difference having a trusted attorney by your side can make, because at Butts Law Firm, your legal rights are our business.
You're listening to Baylor Football. On the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey, Ricky, this is your roommate, Mark Jackson. Just wanted to say congratulations on ending your career with Baylor University. You were such an ambassador and a great spokesman for the university. Wishing you the best in everything that you continue to do. Good luck today. Sick 'em Bears.
Sidelines today here at McLean Stadium. Hopeful of a Baylor win, so there's a bowl game still to be played by this Baylor team. Houston has the ball following the kick, officially a 53-yard punt by Palmer Williams. Houston has it at their own 35. Snap the ball, handoff to DJ Butler. He's pushed backwards, maybe a yard. Caleb Burns there to push him backwards. Yard and a half forward progress for DJ Butler.
Really good job by Burns, shooting the gap and squaring the running back up. And really this play and then the last drive, we've done a good job of controlling the runs up the middle this second half.
Second down, call it 8 for Houston. Wigman to throw, deep route, left sideline. He overshot his receiver, but a flag is thrown. Surely that's not pass interference.
They may call holding. It was a double move on the receiver. We'll see how they call it and how they saw it.
Waiting on the officials. Here we go. Willie Fritz on the far sideline tries to get an explanation. And still waiting on the officials. Coach Fritz.
Pass interference, number 18, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I don't know about that. Like to see a replay of that one.
Correction. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it's an interesting call. Typically, that's where you see a holding penalty, and the difference is it's a hold if the ball's not in the air. If the ball is in the air, it's pass interference. And so they made a judgment call to say that hold on their receiver was while the ball was in the air, and so it's a spot foul because it wasn't beyond 15 yards.
Good explanation. Thank you, Nick. So the ball is now spotted at the Houston 48-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Cougars leading 17-9 over the Bears, 6:55 and counting third quarter. And the ball off to Dean Connors. Left side into Baylor territory at the 46. So a 6-yard gain on the carry by Dean Connors. Boy, Houston has really mixed up their running backs. Connors, Butler, we've seen Stacy Sneed, where Baylor is really shorthanded at running back today. 2nd down and 4 for U of H from the Baylor 46. Cozio in motion. There'll be a blocker ahead of Wigman. Wigman 1st down and more. 35-30. Watch out. Down the sideline and tackled inside the 5-yard line. Boy, Wigman got to that corner, and it was a foot race. 42-yard run to the 4-yard line where it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, I mean, he got some really good blocks on the edge by his wide receivers. And Devin Bobby, had he not have the speed that he does, that's a touchdown for Wigman. And you know, maybe you can salvage this and only give up 3 points if the defense can get pretty firm right here on the goal line.
So 1st and goal from the 4 for Houston, already leading 17-9 over the Bears. Wigman will call his own number. Gets slung around and down at the 1-yard line. He did not get in on that play. Marion Winston made the tackle. Let's go down to Ricky.
I thought he was in. That was actually a great play to twist Wegman around. His body was in the end zone, but the ball was about a yard out, half a yard out.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. As we see the replay, well done by Marion Winston. Half yard away is all they are. 2nd and goal from there. Wegman will keep, stretches, touchdown, Houston. Only needed a half yard. Wegman covers the final half yard. He had the big run, a 42-yarder. And Houston now goes up 23-9 on the Bears here in the 3rd quarter.
And I believe that's Wegman's 2nd rushing touchdown of the day as well for the Cougars.
Comes with 4:58 to play in the 3rd quarter. Houston extends its lead. Here comes the try for extra point from Ethan Sanchez. Kick is through the uprights, south end of the stadium. And with 4:58 to play, 3rd quarter. Our new score, Houston 24, Baylor 9. You're listening to Baylor Bear Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey y'all, it's Jackie Marshall from Baylor Football. You probably know Goodwill for their stores. Trust me, I've scored some fun finds here. But here's the real deal. When you donate or shop at Heart of Texas Goodwill, you're helping people right here in the community get jobs, training, or even a high school diploma. HOT Goodwill is celebrating 70 years strong and still changing lives through the power of work. That's something worth celebrating. Donate, shop, change lives. That's Heart of Texas Goodwill.
This season, when Baylor scores a touchdown, raise your Bear Claws and swipe a free 10-piece Chicken McNuggets the next day on the McDonald's app with the purchase of $2 or more. Run it, throw it, However they reach the end zone, your taste buds do the touchdown dance. So sick 'em, Bears, and sick your free Chicken McNuggets only at McDonald's. Offer valid only on the day after Baylor scores a touchdown at participating McDonald's. Minimum purchase of $2 required. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
If you're stuck in a high auto loan rate, it's time to call an Audible.
Hi, I'm Joe Betsy Tyler with First Central. When it comes to your auto loan, you don't have to stay in a bad formation. Call the right play. Refinance with First Central and get a lower rate, fast approvals, and a team that knows how to win local.
Visit firstcentralcu.com and apply today.
First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCUA.
The spotlight's back on the Brazzers, and the stage is set at Foster Pavilion. Baylor women's basketball returns with head coach Nikki Collin and a team that knows how to bring the heat. From tip-off, buzzer, there's no place louder, rowdier, or more electric than the Foster. Don't just hear about the big wins, witness them. Lock in your seats and fill Foster with green and gold. Purchase your season tickets now at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey Ricky, it's Eric Serro. Congratulations on an amazing streak. Over 26 years and over 300 consecutive games of being on the sideline for Baylor football. I was honored to be a small part of the travel squad over the past few years and made some great memories. Your commitment and passion for Baylor football are admirable. You've made me a better fan, a smarter fan, and it won't be the same not having you in my ear for Baylor football games. Well done, Ricky, and sick 'em Bears.
Your work colleagues, Rick, at Alliance Bank. Are we agreed we'd like to have another best part of this game? Yes, I think so. Scoring drive by Houston, 5 plays, 65 yards, 2:36 off the clock. Pushes their lead to 24-9 over the Bears. Houston will kick it off from left to right. Cole Wilson back deep. Had a 53-yard kickoff return earlier today. This one returnable, yes. From a yard deep to the 10, up the numbers to the 20, to the 30 for Cole Wilson, to the 35, to the 36-yard line. Another outstanding return by Cole Wilson. I think we said all year he's going to break one all the way this year. About to run out of chances, but man, he's putting some yardage up there.
I would be okay if he doesn't have another chance in this ball game, John.
Hear that. So Baylor ball beginning at their own 36, trailing 24-9 to the Cougars. Total offense at this point, 319 for Houston, 227 for Baylor. 163 passing, 64 yards rushing for the Bears. Shorthanded at running back. Sawyer Robertson over the middle, pass incomplete. Battling there was Matthew Klopfenstein. Boy, he almost pulled that one in, even though he was closely guarded by Blake Thompson.
I mean, honestly, that's a very similar throw to earlier in the game when Klopfenstein caught it with one hand. I mean, Sawyer put it right in the breadbasket and did it again right there, and that's a big drop.
Second down, 10 for the Bears from their own 36. Pass down the line. Colby Prentice turns the corner, 45, 50, 40 to the 30-yard line and out of bounds. There's a quick hitter, just a quick pass down the line of scrimmage. Had a blocker over there, and Colby Prentice and his speed make it happen.
Boy, did he not show off his speed right there. I mean, had a defender right on him and gave him one little hesitation move and then took the corner.
34-yard gain to the 30. Handoff to Joseph Dodds. Spun around once, twice, and down at the 24-yard line is Joseph Dodds. Really showing some things today. Dodds, 6 foot, 222-pound freshman, redshirt freshman out of Tidehaven High School. 6-yard gain on the play leaves Baylor 2nd and 4 at the 24. Give it to Dodds again. Pushes through on the left side, pushes the pile forward. Look at that scrum at midfield. They can't get him on the ground. See where they mark his forward progress, and I think it's enough for a first down.
Boy, Dodds is running with a lot of fire right now. Again, that's a guy that doesn't have a lot of carries, and he is just churning those feet and is unwilling to go to the ground.
First down, Bears at the 19-yard line. Snap back. Sawyer Robertson, quarterback keep up the middle, is hit hard and down at the 12-yard line. Let's go down to Ricky.
That was awfully close to a face mask, guys. Somebody reached in, got the edge of Sawyer's helmet. I've seen that call before. It wasn't dramatic, but I have seen it called.
Huh. So a 6-yard gain on the play, 7-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 3 for the Bears. They have reached the Houston 12-yard line. Baylor in the HEB red zone. Caden Knighton back in the backfield. Knighton gets the carry, bumps, tries to spin away from a tackle, and down he goes. No gain on the play. 2:41 and counting, third quarter. 24-9, Houston up on Baylor. Houston player and a Baylor player are down at the end of that play.
Oh, I think that may be Knighton that's on the ground.
No.
That's not good.
Well, Baylor started the game without Michael Turner, not available. Bryson Washington went out on the second play of the game, and he's returned in a boot, so he's not going to play any longer. And now Caden Knighton is down. Carlos Allen is the player that is down for U of H. Stops the clock with 2:38 showing, third quarter. Bears driving, got a nice drive coming here. Really crisp drive by Baylor, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've had a lot of those today, and they've only ended up in 3 points, and that's why this is such a big down on 3rd and 3. You've got to convert this first down and give yourself a really good shot to put 7 on the board. As Aranda said, going into the locker room, field goals doesn't win you this ball game. You've got to get touchdowns. And I hope Caden Knighton's okay. Again, he really hasn't moved at all on the ground as the trainers are talking to him.
Ricky, what does that look like?
It looks like it may be around the shoulder here. He's holding his arm down by his side. Really painful for him to move the upper part of the body. So,
yeah, I think, Ricky, you may be right, though. I mean, if it was a lower body injury, they would be around his legs looking, and it may be a shoulder of some sort.
Maybe a shoulder dislocation or something.
He's moving his body, kind of swaying it back and forth on the replay. But he's also holding his lower back, which does not look good.
All right, being attended to. Coach Aranda's gone out there. He's on one knee on the right by the side of Caden Knighton. Houston player that was down, he's up and returned to his team's sideline, but Caden Knighton remains on the field, lying face down.
Looks like they're bringing a stretcher out.
Yeah.
No, they have not.
Yeah, that's tough. They're bringing the board out. We have not seen the cart. The cart is in the staging area in the ramp. Just waiting for the word to see if they need to bring the cart out. Well, pray for that young man. There's nothing serious.
He's moving his legs.
Ricky sees movement in his legs, so this is upper body, isn't it? Upper body, shoulder, something?
Yeah, I believe so. He's moved. I know his left leg has moved 2 or 3 times, so there is movement.
Based on the TV broadcast, it looks like they're touching his lower back underneath his shoulder pads, which does indicate potentially some sort of stinger of some sorts. I mean, kind of touching his spine area. Yeah, he got hit as he's falling backwards. He got hit right in his lower back and kind of bent around backwards, the defender. And honestly, the ball came out. I'm not sure if he was down or not yet, but he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah, I didn't see any indication that it might have been a fumble. So you would think Baylor still has possession of the ball. Baylor team's going to come up. Now they're going to bring the team up together about 10 yards onto the field on the numbers, and they'll put their arms around each other and looks like have a word of prayer there. So,
John, how do you feel about us saying a little word of prayer on air?
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Let me pray for Caden.
Lead us.
Lord, we lift up Caden Knighton to you, and we ask that you would be with him right now and the doctors and We prayed this injury would not be serious, that you would provide a quick recovery for him, and that he would be fully healthy. And thank you that you know the body and know how it works. You created it and formed it. And yeah, God, we just lift him up to you and be with him and his family and these teammates right now as they see a teammate injured on the field. We lift you up. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen to that. They bring the cart out now. Let's step aside. We'll be back with more in a moment. Tell you what we know when we come back. Time out with an injury to Caden Knighton on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey Baylor fans, game day experiences for the 2025 football season are on sale now. Fans can purchase exclusive experiences online, including on-field photos, sideline during warm-ups, tunnel access during the team runout, an in-game radio booth experience with the voice of the Bears, a birthday bash, and much more. There is limited availability per game, so purchase your experience today at BaylorBears.com/group experiences to lock in your one-of-a-kind game day experience today.
Do you ever scream at your screen when your 5G internet freezes? It's the worst! So why not switch to Astound? Wi-Fi that just works. With Astound Wi-Fi, you'll rage less, buffer less, and live more. Lock in gig speed Wi-Fi for just $35 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Plus, get up to a $200 Amazon gift card. Astound Wi-Fi, it just works. Visit Astound.com today.
Baylor Nation rolls along with Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Start with award-winning service and factory-trained techs. Then shop our new and used lineup from cars, trucks to SUVs, all makes and models. Running a business? We're your Central Texas headquarters for ProMaster vans, cab, and chassis and work trucks. For power and comfort, test drive the Ram 1500, the Motor Trend Truck of the Year winner again. Allen Samuels in Waco, proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Come by.
Let's be friends.
This season, Bobcat of Waco is proud to partner with the Baylor mascots to bring you a winning lineup. Just like the Bears on the field, Bobcat machines deliver unstoppable strength, speed, and toughness. And right now, you can score big with 0% financing or cash rebates on the hardest working equipment in Texas. Visit us at 16595 North I-35 in Elmont, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or online 24/7 at bobcatcce.com. Don't sit on the sidelines. Gear up with Bobcat of Waco, and let's make this season one to remember. Sick 'em Bears.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Very quiet right now as Caden Knighton, the Baylor freshman running back, is being attended to on the field. He's been down on the field for several minutes. They brought the cart out. They brought the board out. Jeff Grigas has now escorted, we think, Caden's mom out there, and just now Caden has been lifted up onto the stretcher. They'll put him on the cart and take him off the field. But, Ricky, you're right there. They are being ultra careful with Caden, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. They've taken his face mask off, which indicates they don't want to do anything with his neck or spinal area at all. As I said, I did see movement in the lower body. In fact, his arm's up. So hopefully this isn't critical, and they can get him in, get him checked out, and he'll be fine. But you can't afford not to be very, very careful when there's a chance of something spinal.
Heard the crowd reaction there when he extends that right arm into the air. That is a good sign. So, yeah, now there's both arms moving. So that would, I think, be interpreted as a good sign with Caden Knighton. But they are being very, very careful with him.
It's the gut-wrenching part of this sport. Hard to watch.
All right, he is strapped down on the board, and now the cart is beginning to leave the field. Baylor players who had gathered out on the field to gather in a word of prayer are now going back to the sidelines. And they'll go to the far end of the field, the south end, out the tunnel there where the AMR ambulance is waiting. So we'll let you know what and if we find out anything about Caden Knighton.
Man, really good to see him move his arms and throw his fists up in the air, acknowledging the crowd and his teammates.
Yeah, that's a really good sign. Now we got a return to play, and the Bears are down another running back. No Bryson Washington, no Caden Knighton, no Michael Turner. Joseph Dodds is the man in the backfield now for Baylor. Here we go, back to play. It is 3rd down and 3 for the Bears at the 12-yard line of Houston. Handoff, no, fake the handoff. Sawyer Robertson looking to run, and he is tumbled down at the 12, no gain on the play.
Sawyer's going to want that one back too if he hands it right there to Dodds. Dodds picks up the first down. The O-line did a really good job of moving the middle of that line of scrimmage beyond the first down marker, but Dodds didn't have the ball. So 4th and short, and I think this is the right move. You got to go for it here. You got to get 7 points on the board.
4th down, 3 for the Bears. They need the 9 for the first down. Here we go, 4th down opportunity, first of the day for Baylor. Sawyer Robertson is going to throw for it to the end zone. It's incomplete. Josh Cameron, and no flags on the play. There was a lot of contact there between Cameron and Latrell McCutcheon, but no flags, and the ball will go over on downs to Houston as the Bears fail to convert on 4th down and 3.
Yeah, the fans saw it the way we saw it. I think there should have been a flag. They're unhappy. A lot of boos in the stadium right now. But, man, was there a lot of contact with Josh Cameron on that. He didn't even get a chance to really leave his feet. And that's where I think the flag is thrown, when the receiver doesn't get a chance to even get off the ground on that back shoulder throw.
So Houston has the ball back. Nice drive by Baylor, 8 plays, 52 yards. After the nice kickoff return again by Cole Wilson, but no points for the Bears. Trailing 24-9, 1:48 to play, 3rd quarter. Houston ball at their own 12. Hand it off, running right. And that is Dean Connors, runs into the waiting arms of Matthew Fobbs White, who throws him down to the turf.
Yeah, really good job up front by plugging the gaps and holding firm. Really, that line of scrimmage did not move at all. And then Fobbs White being able to come in and wrap up Dean Connors for no gain.
2nd down 10 for Houston. Ball just outside the 12-yard line. Intent to run some clock here with 1:13. Now 12, now 11 to play, 3rd quarter. Wigman looking to run, left side. He is chopped down at the 17-yard line. So about a 5-yard gain. Let's go down to Ricky.
Wegman did a great job there. I thought he was going to be stopped for no gain. Somehow he turned sideways, got through the 2 Baylor tacklers, and ended up with a nice gain. We're 3rd and 5 from the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Devin Bobby came hard from the safety position, and Wigman spins falling forward to pick up some yards there.
From the 17, 3rd down and 5. Big 3rd down play here with 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Wigman takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it at the feet of Dean Connors, incomplete. Matthew Fobbs White was there on the coverage. Not so much the pressure on Wigman, but the coverage of Connors. And that's 4th down and 5 in a punting situation for Houston.
Yeah, it almost looked like Wigman was wanting to throw the ball right there and then sees the defender all over him and tries to stop. And sometimes it's hard to stop, and you try to ball flies out of your hand straight in the dirt as you're stopping your throwing motion. So great job defensively.
Liam Darty on to punt it away. Josh Cameron awaits. Punt is away off the side of his foot and out of bounds near midfield. Baylor will get the ball back with good field position with 16 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Bears have the ball back, trailing 24-9 to the Houston Cougars. Bears ball following a 33-yard punt by Liam Darty.
And hopefully during that defensive period right there, Spavital is able to regroup and figure out a new game plan with just Dodds, and then how you get Dodds a breather now as well. And so really important as you're, again, reworking your game plan now for the 2nd time today with Bryson Washington going out and now Caden Knighton.
Ball spotted right at midfield, 1st and 10 from the 50. Handoff to Joseph Dodds. Dodds, a pretty good hole right up the middle. He's all the way to the 43 of Houston. So a 7-yard gain on 1st down.
Yeah, again, it's kind of what the end of the 3rd quarter right now. That hole looked similar to what was the 4th down play by the movement up front that Sawyer pulled it on. There he hands it, picks up 7 yards.
So the Bears with the ball and driving, but trailing as we go to the 4th quarter. It's Houston 24, Baylor 9. Senior day for the Bears at McLean Stadium. Baylor needs a win to be bowl eligible. It's on to the 4th quarter, 24-9. Cougars lead the Bears on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, BC staff.
Another Ricky deal here?
ET, X-ray, ultrasound.
So we can do stats. Okay, sure. Thank you.
Appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Serving Texas since 2007, Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage led by expert industry knowledge and a commitment to community. With kindness and integrity at the forefront, every agent is equipped to help you navigate the market and make the real estate journey your own. Whether buying or selling, feel supported with an award-winning agent at your side from first offer through contract and close. Magnolia Realty serves cities including Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, Temple. Learn more at magnoliarealty.com.
Are you tired of slow internet? Are data caps and throttling making it impossible to stream your favorite shows and movies? If so, it sounds like it's time to switch to NextLink Internet. With NextLink, there are no data caps and no throttling, just super fast internet speeds, up to 1 gig over wireless in some areas. Plus, NextLink is an official partner of Baylor Athletics. So don't wait another minute. Give NextLink a call or go online to nextlinkinternet.com to see what special offers are available to you. Blazing fast internet is just a click or phone call away. Sick 'em, Bears!
There's nothing like a Baylor home game, and First Central Credit Union wants to send you.
Hi, this is Joe Betsy Tyler with First Central. We're giving away a pair of Baylor football tickets for every home game this season. It's our way of celebrating the fans and families who make Central Texas great.
Enter now at firstcentralcu.com/football. One winner drawn each week.
First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you.
No purchase necessary to enter.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Your Bank for Life, our official game sponsor today. TFNB, the official local bank of the Baylor Bears. Find out why more Central Texans are making TFNB their bank for life by stopping by any one of their 6 locations or visiting tfnbtx.com and Sick 'em Bears. Nick, how about some of the stats through 3 quarters today?
Absolutely. Houston has 324 yards of total offense, 155 through the air, 169 on the ground. Baylor 287 yards, 197 through the air, and 90 on the ground. Houston 22 first downs to Baylor's 18. Houston is 3 of 10 on 3rd downs and 3 of 3 on 4th downs. Baylor's only 2 of 8 for 3rd downs and 0 for 1 on 4th downs. Statistically, individuals, Wigman 15 of 21, 155 through the air and a touchdown.
Here we go, switch ends. Bears traveling left to right, pass down the line to Cole Wilson. He gets the first down, bumped out of bounds, far side of the field, throwing it across the field to the far sideline. First down Bears on the first play of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, good job on that kind of hitch screen, bubble screen. It works if you get the ball out of your hand quickly, as Sawyer did there for a first down.
Got it now at the Houston 37-yard line. Sawyer Robertson looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught by Cole Wilson. One man bounces off of him. Cole Wilson inside the 25 to the 27. He looked like Michael Trigg there with a guy bouncing off of him. Let's go down to Ricky.
Hey, Nick, you've mentioned it, but I can tell you if Josh Cameron runs out and up, he's going to be 5 yards behind anybody the way they're playing defensively on him right now.
Here we go, 1st and 10 Bears from the 23. Dodds with the carry. Right now, Dodds the only available running back for the Bears as far as guys who have had a carry this year. 5-yard pickup there by Joseph Dodds to the 18.
And he is running like a bruising running back right now. Pinball bouncing off guys, lowering his shoulder. Again, he's taking advantage of the moment personally.
Second down, 5 for the Bears from the 18. Robertson looking to throw, looks left, looks center, rolls left, passes for the end zone. It is incomplete, and flags are down.
Yep, maybe offensive pass interference.
Oh, you think? Cole Wilson was the intended receiver. Will James was there.
Pass interference. Defense.
Oh, baby.
It's 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, there was a lot of jousting going on there between those two. A lot of it.
I think what happens there is they're going to say their corner was pushing Cole to the ground, which is what caused the pass interference, and then Cole, I think, dragged him down with him.
Wow.
So kind of maybe the first man was guilty in that instance.
Well, McCutcheon got up clapping his hands like he thought it was going to be offensive pass interference. Here we go for the Bears from the 3. Joseph Dodds is stood up, falls forward, got a couple of yards to the 1. Ricky, that's a short run, but it's an impressive run.
No, I'm telling you, he gained 2 yards on that play, and he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, kept his legs moving, pushed forward, almost flat on his back. That was really a great 2-yard run.
Wow. All spotted about the 1.5. Baylor trailing 24-9, 13 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Second down and goal from the 1.5. Give to Dodds, left side. Gets closer, maybe to the 1-yard line. Boy, keep handing that ball to Joseph Dodds. 6 foot, 222-pound redshirt freshman.
Man, you really want Dodds to get this touchdown for what he's done today and how he stepped in, and there's still a lot of game left.
Absolutely.
And you've got to be cognizant of that's your one running back that's taking reps throughout the week in practice.
This is third down and goal from the 1. Give to Dodds again. He is in. Touchdown, Baylor.
Wow.
Touchdown, Joseph Dodds. First of his Baylor career.
Wow.
A fourth quarter touchdown on senior day against Houston.
I love it. He would not be denied. He earned every bit of that touchdown on this drive with what he's done, lowering his shoulder and fighting, and now you're going to go for 2, I think. Ricky, what'd you see there?
Yeah, I think they're going for 2. If you kick it, you're still a 1-score game, so they're going to try to make this a 7-point game instead.
Wow. All right, going for 2 here. Down 24-15. They're spread it out. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, the short side of the field. Sawyer Robertson claps his hands, takes the snap, gonna run. Sawyer into the end zone. He flies in for the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion by Sawyer Robertson, and the Bears close it to a 7-point deficit. Now trailing 24-17 to Houston.
What a great play call by Spavital. They're in zero coverage. All their backers are walked down on the line of scrimmage, so there is literally no one past a yard on the line of scrimmage right there. Throw the play fake up like you're going to pass. Look at the receivers downfield, and then tuck and run for an easy 2-point conversion by Sawyer. Well done to make this a 7-point ball game.
Touchdown Baylor, 2-point conversion Bears with 12:19 to play. Now Houston 24, Baylor 17 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hi, Jan from Toyota here to let you know that Toyotathon is on! And what better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota, like RAV4, Grand Highlander, and Corolla Cross. But to really get in the spirit, let's sing about it. So without further ado, driving through the snow in a new RAV4, hooray! To the slopes we go in a Highlander for a ski day. A Camry to get hot cocoa, tubing with a Tundra makes it
Sounds good.
loco. Oh, what fun it is to make holiday wishes come true.
3.
Thon.
So 2 after this.
Toyotathon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey!
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 1st. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 5th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places. During Toyotathon, qualified buyers can get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a rugged new 2026 Tundra. Offer available in select states only.
This season, Bobcat of Waco is proud to partner with the Baylor mascots to bring you a winning lineup. Just like the Bears on the field, Bobcat machines deliver unstoppable strength, speed, and toughness. And right now, you can score big with 0% financing or cash rebates on the hardest working equipment in Texas. Visit us at 16595 North I-35 in Elmont, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or online 24/7 at bobcatcce.com. Don't sit on the sidelines. Gear up with Bobcat of Waco, and let's make this season one to remember. Sic 'em Bears.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the Big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oilfield trailers? We carry a full line of Big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey Rick, Steve Lang here. Just wanted to say congrats for 26 great years at BU football sideline analyst. Your knowledgeable insight will be missed, but I know you look forward to seeing more of your grandson high school football games here in the near future, so enjoy that family time. All of this is well deserved, my friend.
His best wishes. Kickoff by Baylor into the wind, which seems pretty stout by Rhett Armstrong. Taken at the 17, returned out to the 23. So that's where Houston has the ball back on offense in now a 7-point game. 24-17, Houston on top. The Cougars have the ball. Defense for the Bears needs another stop right here. Connor Wigman's gone the entire way at quarterback for U of H. Claps his hands, takes the snap in the shotgun. Now delays, now runs it up the middle. He's out to the 28-yard line. A little bit of a delayed draw there. Caleb Burns makes the tackle. 5-yard gain for Houston.
Yeah, honestly, really good job by Caleb staying in position right there. It was a pass play, and there was nothing downfield, and Wigman makes the quick decision to tuck and run, and only gave up 5 yards there. Really good job defensively.
Plenty of time left. 11:43 to play here in the fourth quarter. Snap back to Wigman. Out route, left side, incomplete. Oh, my goodness.
Man.
A flag is thrown. The pass sailed by the receiver. Pass defense for the Bears there.
Number 27, defense. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Did not see that one. Tevin Williams was there, whistled for pass interference.
I'm going to watch this on the replay up top, but Houston receiver was on the ground. It looked like he slipped as he was making his cut, but unfortunate turn of events here. Reset defensively.
So first down and 10 from the 36 for Houston. Handoff. Run up the middle to the 39-yard line. 3-yard gain on the play. That was DJ Butler with the carry, sophomore running back from Mobile, Alabama. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Cougars. Their lead has been cut to 7 at 24-17. We're in the fourth quarter in Waco. Wigman turns, looked like he was looking for somebody to hand it to, and nobody was there, or Butler had already run by him, so he had to just throw the ball out of bounds on the far sideline.
Again, really good job by Caleb Burns, understanding the play right there, and then just firing out of a canyon as Wigman comes around on his boot, had nowhere to go but get rid of it immediately. So really good film study, really good reaction to what's happening, and now you put yourself in a good spot on third down.
It is 3rd down and 7 for Houston from their own 39-yard line. Snap back to Wigman. Here's pressure on Wigman. He's going to run. And the tackle made at the 44. That's 2 yards short. So 4th down and 2 for Houston from their own 44. They are 3 of 3 on 4th downs today, and I think feel pretty confident they are going to go for it again.
Wow, that's a big move by the Houston Cougars right here. If you don't get this, you've given the ball back to the Bears, or should I say when you don't get this, try to speak it into existence. But again, you got an opportunity defensively.
This is not the ball game, but this could be a real turning point in the ball game if the Bears could get the stop on 4th down and 2. Bears dig in defensively. Wigman runs to the near side. Pass is incomplete. Ball goes over on downs to the Bears. Houston, a gamble does not pay off. Baylor will have it at the Houston 44-yard line.
Guys, again, a little rollout by Wigman, and I think it's Caleb Burns shooting out of the canyon, putting pressure on Wigman, having to get rid of that ball before he wanted to, and just a little out of the reach of his receiver in the flat route. Ooh, it looks like Devin Bobby may have got a hand on it. Wow.
What a play. Bears stop Houston on 4th and 2 and take over in plus territory. They take over at the Cougars' 44-yard line. Baylor trailing by 7, 24-17. Here's the play. Snap back to Sawyer Robertson. Gives to Dodds. Up the middle, a big run to the 33. Huge run of 11, 12 yards by Joseph Dodds. First down Bears. They're at the Cougar 32.
Wow. What a hole up the middle. Great vision by Dodds. Making his cuts, going north and south. 12 yards, and now you've got momentum.
1st and 10 Bears at the Cougars 32. 2 receivers left and right. Sawyer Robertson, time in the pocket. Fires right side. It is incomplete. Josh Cameron, the intended receiver for the Bears.
And Sawyer, I don't like that throw there. Really tight coverage. Almost either just throw it away or dump it to Dodds in the flat as your safety valve, but I think we got away with one right there.
2nd and 10 for the Bears from the 32. 3 receivers right side, the wide side of the field, 1 to the left. Give to Dodds. Dodds is hit and pushed backwards. Nothing there on that play with the run up the middle. Big Brandon Mack, the Jack linebacker, will get credit for the tackle.
Yeah, they brought the outside backer on the outside right there, so Brandon Mack as the end crashed in really hard and was untouched. If you get through that tackle, there's no one behind.
Half a yard, 3rd down and 9 for the Bears, 31.5. Prentice in motion. Snap back to Sawyer Robertson. Big 3rd down play. Pass to Josh Cameron on a slant, and it's incomplete. Guarded closely, but an incompletion intended for the Baylor senior. Now here is 4th down and 9 for the Bears from the Houston 31.5.
I think you got to go for it here. You're kicking into the wind. This would be a 50-yarder almost into a stiff wind. So right call here at 4th and 10, 4th and 9 to go for it.
Baylor 0 for 1 on 4th downs today. Here we go, 4th down and 9 from the 31. Snap back to Sawyer Robertson. He's throwing right side. Josh Cameron. Oh, he's got it. Touchdown Bears. Sawyer Robertson.
Double move,
Josh
baby.
Cameron. There's the double move you've been
the
calling
double
for.
move. Yeah.
Wow. That's the move you guys have been looking for, and it works for a touchdown. The Bears an extra point away from tying the game with 8:53 to play.
Ricky, how about that?
Hey, I'm not going to say I call that one, but I've been saying if you touch and go, out and go, doesn't matter. They're going to go past him as tight as they're playing on Josh Cameron. Also a great throw by Sawyer, right on the money. Josh never broke stride.
Here's the extra point kick. That is good. And we are tied at 24 with 8:53 remaining. Wow. 31-yard touchdown pass from Sawyer Robertson to Josh Cameron on 4th down, right? A 4th down play. On 4th and 9, and the Bears convert, and we have a tie game. Timeout on the field, 8:53 to play. Baylor 24, Houston 24 on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey y'all, it's Jackie Marshall from Baylor Football. You probably know Goodwill for their stores. Trust me, I've scored some fun finds here. But here's the real deal. When you donate or shop at Heart of Texas Goodwill, you're helping people right here in the community get jobs, training, or even a high school diploma. HOT Goodwill is celebrating 70 years strong and still changing lives through the power of work. That's something worth celebrating. Donate, shop, change lives. That's Heart of Texas Goodwill.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations.
Yes.
Texas, San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Hi, Jan from Toyota here to let you know that Toyotathon is on! And what better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota, like RAV4, Grand Highlander, and Corolla Cross. But to really get in the spirit, let's sing about it. So without further ado, driving through the snow in a new RAV4, hooray! To the slopes we go in a Highlander for a ski day. A Camry to get hot cocoa, tubing with a Tundra makes the kids go loco. Oh, what fun it is to make holiday wishes come true. Toyotathon, Toyotathon, Toyotathon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey!
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December.
Okay.
Are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 5th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places. During Toyotathon, qualified buyers can get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a rugged new 2026 Tundra. Offer available in select states only.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
By Baylor, a minute 20 off the clock. Remember, it began when Houston went for it on 4th down and what, 4th and 3? 4th and 2 at the 44-yard line. Couldn't convert. Bears took advantage. They drive it in. The touchdown, Sawyer Robertson to Josh Cameron for 31 yards. Stations give you a chance to identify yourselves following this kickoff by Baylor. Kick by Red Armstrong from left to right. Into the wind, picked up at the 15, 16-yard line. Good coverage by Baylor. Down at the 26. Timeout. We'll step aside 10 seconds for station identification. Back in 10 seconds on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
Houston with the ball, tie game, 24-24 the score. Cougars take over at their own 26. Placide Jungu-Sungu with the tackle, one of the seniors today for the Bears. Here's Houston, Connor Wigman, the quarterback. Calls his own number, looks to keep. He will get a couple of yards. See where they spot that one. 2 yards upfield, that's it, to the 28. Before he is pushed backwards. Boy, all the momentum on Baylor's side right now. That 4th down miss by Houston, and then the Bears with a touchdown pass of 31 yards on 4th and 9. 2nd down, 8 here with 8:17 to play. Wigman looking to throw, stands in, pass upfield, diving catch is made at the 43. More of a sliding catch is made by Amari Thomas. 15-yard gain out to the 42 for the Cougars.
That was a really long developing route combination there, and then he was wide open. No, the offensive front for Houston gave Wigman a lot of time as he worked through his progressions and got the first down there.
First down Cougars, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Traveling right to left, 4th quarter. Wind at the back of Houston for this 4th quarter. Wigman looks to carry, and boy, he is pushed down. He'll lose a yard on that play.
Again, nothing there. I mean, really, this 4th quarter and the last few possessions, not a lot of running room for Wigman. And so, great job with the boys up front defensively. Was going to say Jackie Marshall, but he's been in on a lot of these plays and wasn't in on that one.
That was Amarian Winston and Donis Freelou with that tackle for the Bears. Here we go. Pass by Wigman, caught. Sliding catch made near midfield, short of the first down marker by Amari Thomas again. And this will be 3rd down and how much do they need there? 3rd down and 4. They need to reach the Baylor 48 for a first down. They've got it at their own 48.5.
Yeah, and all that was by Houston was just double slant routes again to the wide side of the field. All they're trying to do is pick up 4 to 5 yards, which they did, to make this 3rd and manageable at 3rd and 4 from their own 48-yard line.
Here we go, 3rd down and 4 for the Cougars. And in motion is Amari Thomas. Swing it to him. He's got it. He's got a first down. Baylor responds and knocks him out of bounds on the far side. LeVar Thornton knocked him out of bounds. But a first down to the Baylor 45 by Houston.
Yeah, they brought Amari Thomas from the left side of the field all the way to the right side of the field behind the quarterback. Got him a running momentum start as they snapped the ball to the flare route. No one was over there for a first down.
1st and 10, Houston. Baylor 44 is the line of scrimmage. Connor Wigman, couple of steps back, pressured, and he'll throw it away to avoid a sack. Baylor got in there quickly on him. Kylan Reed was there.
Yeah, great job defensively. Again, you don't always have to get sacks. They're a fun stat. They're a great stat. But, man, when you can create those things, that doesn't show up on the play sheet except for an incompletion. But a quarterback hurry and pressure is really big in down and distance.
2nd down 10 for the Cougars from the 45-yard line. Wigman fires near side. It is incomplete. DJ Coleman there on pass defense. Amari Thomas, the intended receiver. And it is 3rd down and 10 for Houston from the Baylor 45. Tyler Turner is back in at a cornerback spot for the Bears.
And if you hold them to under 5 yards right here, I think the punting unit comes on. But if they pick up more than 5 on 3rd down, I think it's a situation they go for it again.
Big play here, 3rd down and 10 from the Baylor 45 for Houston. Wigman takes the snap, swings it out right side. He's got the catch. He's out of bounds at the 40-yard line, so he is 5 yards short. So it is 4th down and a long 5, maybe closer to 6. Yeah, it is 6.
They marked him out at the 41. I guess he stepped out of bounds.
And the last time they had it, remember, they went for it on 4th and 2 and did not get it. This is 4th down and 6 in a tie game. Houston's going to go for it from the Baylor 41.
Don't jump off sides right here on a hard count.
Wigman in the shotgun. 4th down and 6. Snap back to him. Passes, out route, a dive, and a catch is made. Great catch by Amari Thomas. Dove toward the sidelines in a play that they absolutely had to have. He makes the catch for a big first down.
Oh, just really good execution by Houston right there. The outside receiver runs a fade route, clearing out the flat area for Amari Thomas to run a little 6-yard out route for a pitch and catch, and not a lot you can do there.
9-yard gain. Houston is 4 of 5 on 4th downs today. New set of downs here. Wegman pressured again. Drops it off to the big tight end, Koziol. Tries to leap over one Baylor guy, and he goes out of bounds. They'll spot it at the 26. We go down to Ricky.
Hey, guys, remember the clock here is going to be a factor. 4:48 to go in the ball game. You need to get Houston either stop or make sure you preserve enough time on this clock for another possession if they put points on the board.
2nd down 4 for Houston. A run up the middle. That is Dean Connors. He stretches to reach the 20-yard line. That is enough for a first down. First down, Cougars. They have reached the 20-yard line in a tie game, 24-24.
The defense has made stops in this position today already. Again, ideally, you only give up 3 points here. 1st and 10, new set of downs. Keep things in front of you and continue to play fast and fly around.
1st and 10 from the 20. Wigman rolls to the right side. Nowhere to go. Pushed out of bounds. He'll lose yards on this play. Tried the run to the right side. Couldn't get around the corner. Tyler Turner made sure to push him out of bounds. So they'll spot that. Just a yard loss to the 21. Seemed like it could have been more. But now 2nd and 11 for U of H.
So that's the same play that they ran that Wigman scored on earlier in the game to the short side of the field, where he just catches it and runs an off-tackle sweep. And right there, we did a much better job pushing him to the sideline and getting him out of bounds.
From the 21, 2nd and 11 for Houston. 24-24 our score. Hand off to Connors. Gets through one man, out to the right side. He is close to the marker, but just short. Dean Connors with the run. That was a nice bruising run by the senior running back from Hawaii, the transfer from Rice. An 8-yard gain to the 13-yard line. 3 minutes, 5 seconds and counting. 3:05, a time-consuming drive here by Houston. They've already used 5.5 minutes off the clock. 3rd down and 3 from the 13 for the Cougars. Baylor really shuffling around defensively. They're not set yet. Now they are. Now Houston snaps the ball. Wigman to throw for the end zone. It is incomplete, and a flag is down. Koziel was the intended receiver. He was battling there with Devin Bobby.
I think that's a really good acting job by Koziel right there, throwing his hands up as if he was kept from being able to run through to that football. That's a guy that's 6'7", 250 pounds. Devin Bobby ain't slowing him down.
Pass interference, number 3, defense. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. It's an automatic first down.
Let's check in with Ricky.
Hey guys, that was a lot like the play on Josh Cameron earlier in this football game that was not called. In fact, probably even less contact. That was initiated by the receiver and not the defensive back.
I'm telling you, he took theater tech for one of his electives this year. That was a great acting job.
Gives Houston the ball at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal from there. Baylor wholesale substitutions defensively. They'll dig in that defensive front. From the 2, Wigman under center. Straight eye behind him. Give to Connors. Connors is held out on this play. Maybe a yard. We'll see where they spot it. Samu Taumanapepe.
Yeah, so you've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. Houston's going to be just fine letting this run to the 2-minute warning right now. You either hold all your timeouts at this point to have all 3, but it would have been interesting if Aranda would have called one there with one more play before the warning.
So here we are at the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to play. Baylor and Houston tied at 24. Cougars have it at the Baylor 1. Baylor does have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, as does Houston if that becomes a factor. But 2 minutes to play in a tie game. We're back to McLean Stadium after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
When life gets complicated, Butts Law Firm is your one-stop for a wide range of legal needs. Whether you need estate planning documents such as a will, trust, or guardianship, or the appointment of a receiver to handle personal or business assets management and disposal, consumer protection, family-related legal matters, or various business-related issues, we are your community firm. Whether you're planning for the future, navigating a probate, or managing a business, our experienced team is ready to guide you every step of the way. Trust us to provide the legal support you need. Call today, 406-641-BUTZ. That's 406-641-2889. Or come by the Waxahachie office at 301 South Rogers Street, Suite 202, downtown Waxahachie. Come see the difference having a trusted attorney by your side can make, because at Butts Law Firm, your legal rights are our business.
Hi, I'm Jim Turner at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. As we celebrate our 10th year anniversary, I want to say thank you to all of our customers. Our dealership is more than a business to me. That's why when you come for a reliable new Chevy or award-winning service, we treat you like family. Come see our new collision center, now open to serve you even better for many years to come. Enjoy the game, then come see us at Jim Turner Chevrolet in McGregor. Together, let's drive.
Football is more than a game. It's lessons learned, teamwork built, and memories that last a lifetime. That's why the National Football Foundation created I Played, an initiative honoring the stories of everyone who's ever put on the pads. Now it's your turn. Share your story today at iplayed.org, because what you learned playing football still matters today.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey, Ricky, this is Philip Kent. What a journey you have fulfilled for over 26 years with 300 games as Baylor Radio sideline analyst. Your presence will definitely be missed, but memories will forever linger on. My friend, enjoy your retirement to the fullest and continue to sick 'em Bears.
Back to play. Houston has it at the Baylor 1-yard line. It is 2nd and goal from the 1 with 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Tie game, 24 apiece. Wigman under center, straight eye behind him. Give to Connors. He is in. Touchdown, Houston. Hang on, there's a flag on the play. Ricky, what'd you see?
We lined up offsides. I think that's going to be the call, but they're going to take this touchdown, obviously.
Defense lined up in the neutral zone. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So 1-yard touchdown rush by Dean Connors. Houston goes up 30-24 on the Bears. Try for extra point is coming. When Baylor gets the ball back, they'll have somewhere just south of 2 minutes on the clock and all 3 timeouts remaining. Houston with a successful extra point kick will lead by 7, 31-24. What a drive by Houston. Give you the numbers in just a moment. Kicker is Ethan Sanchez. Kick is good. And with 1:57 to play, it's now Houston 31, Baylor 24. How about that drive? 15 plays, 74 yards. 6 minutes, 52 seconds off the clock. That is a clutch drive by Houston that ends in the end zone.
Yeah, tough drive for us on the defensive front. You had them at 4th and 7, maybe what it was, and they converted. And then you stop them on, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line, and the second down play. It's hard to do that multiple times in a row. You get your whole D-line. They're on the ground, 4-point stance, look like a bunch of crabs down there, and you're trying to get lower than the guy in front of you. They go up the middle on the first play, and you stuff it. But they went off tackle on that second play, and everything's in the middle, and unfortunately unable to stop it there. So offensively, can you continue to move the ball? Josh Cameron's been a go-to target today. We saw a double move on the last drive. Dodds has been really good. I think you have 3 timeouts. You have a lot of time on the clock. You can still run it. So it'll be interesting to see what we do.
Ricky, a really clutch drive by Houston when they needed it. Baylor tied the game, had all the momentum. Houston comes back with a 6-minute, 52-second drive to regain the lead.
Yeah, I tell you what, as much as the score, the 7 points on the board, it was the time taken off the clock. Only left the Bears a minute 57. Going against the wind here, but that certainly didn't affect Sawyer's throw to Josh Cameron on the last touchdown. But obviously, 3 timeouts left. You still have those in your pocket, so you can run the ball if you want to, but you've got to be very careful about time management here. Most likely, you're going to get this at the 25 because Houston will be kicking with the wind, and this one will probably be out of the end zone.
Well, let's go back to that last Baylor touchdown, the 31-yard touchdown pass from Sawyer Robertson to Josh Cameron. That is now 18 touchdown connections between those two. 18 touchdown pass from Sawyer Robertson to Josh Cameron moves them into a tie for 4th all-time on the Baylor list, tied with Seth Russell to Corey Coleman. They had 18. Bryce Petty to Antoine Goodley had 19. Charlie Brewer to Denzel Mims had 21.
Wow.
And RG3 to Kendall Wright. They lapped the field. They have 27 connections for touchdowns during their time there. But what about that? Sawyer Robertson to Josh Cameron, 18 times for touchdowns.
I'm telling you, he's a heck of a receiver, and he makes a quarterback look so good. If you put the ball anywhere in his area, 90% of the time he catches it. Big, strong hands, big body, great route runner. What a target.
Another note defensively for the Bears today, 11 tackles for Keaton Thomas plus the interception. He's now over 100 tackles, 103 tackles on the season for Keaton Thomas. That is back-to-back seasons with 100-plus tackles for Keaton Thomas. All right, here comes the kickoff by Houston. They'll kick it from right to left. Almost assuredly this will go out of the end zone. Kick is away. The wind at his back. Cole Wilson will let it bounce 5 yards deep, and the Bears will begin at their own 25-yard line, 75 yards away from pay dirt, trailing 31-24 to Houston. 1:57 to play.
I like where your head's at, John. You're already
75.
75-yard touchdown
That's
drive right here.
All right, here come the Bears to the line of scrimmage, their own 25, going into the wind here in the fourth quarter. What a game, what a finish. See what the Bears can do again with all 3 timeouts available. Snap back to Sawyer Robertson. Robertson pressured, steps up, going deep, center of the field. Oh, Kobe Prentice has it at the 30. He is down at the 26-yard line on the first play of the drive, all the way to the Houston 26.
What a catch. What movement by Sawyer in the pocket, buying time, and then just give your receiver a chance. Short and on is better than long. Great catch by Kobe Prentice.
From the 26, first down and 10 for the Bears. Robertson crossing route, Prentice again at the 20 and down at the 18-yard line is Kobe Prentice. There's 9 yards on that play. Bears are in the HEB red zone. Baylor football 2025 presented by HEB. They've got it at the 18, trailing by 7. Now a minute 15 to play. Snap back to Robertson. Quick hitter, left side to Prentice again, and he steps out of bounds. He downshifted and stepped out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So the Bears still could get a first down at the 3.
Really good job by Prentice on the play before. I like that he tried to stay in the field of play and cut up field. Time 8 the clock there, and then that play, get the first down and get out of bounds.
1:09 to play. 2 receivers either side. Sawyer Robertson claps his hands, takes the snap, looks left. Now center, now right, now directing traffic to the end zone. He threw this one in the direction of Josh Cameron. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Bears from the 13-yard line.
Good job right there by Sawyer. Not one thing you can't do in this critical part of the game is take a sack, so he gets outside the pocket, just makes a quick decision, throws it away, relive the play, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 for Baylor from the 13-yard line, down by 7 with 1:01 to play, fourth quarter. Robertson, on rushing passer, pass to the end zone. Oh, incomplete, and his helmet flew off. Ashton Hawkins, the intended receiver. What happened there?
I have no idea. I thought he caught it, and then I see two objects hit the ground, and one's a football and one's his helmet.
What an effort by Ashton Hawkins. Yeah, he did not pull it in. Very close. His helmet flew off. Now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Bears from the 13-yard line with 56 seconds to play.
The defender throws his hand up to block the ball and takes his helmet off.
Oh, wow. Here's 3rd down and 10 for Baylor. Josh Cameron wide right. There'll be single coverage on this side for Josh Cameron. Snap back to Robertson. Looks left, rolls left, passes center. Oh, it just incomplete. Jaden Porter, the intended receiver, just batted away from behind. Boy, a lot of contact there on that play.
Yeah, that should have been a flag right there. 1, holding on the route. 2, he gets there early.
Oh.
That's an easy pass interference as we're watching the replay.
Wrapped his arm around his neck on that play.
Wow, that's a huge missed call by the referees right there. Should be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And they got a pass interference on the other end for their touchdown drive to go ahead.
This is 4th down and 10 for the Bears from the 13-yard line. Bears have to convert here. Timeout, Houston.
These fans should be giving these referees a piece of their mind right now. That was a clear pass interference and an early hit on Porter on that reception or attempted reception. Ricky, did you see the same thing?
Yeah, actually it was a hole before the pass interference. He held him as he came around him. Then he had his arm across his body, pulling him to the ground before the ball was ever there. That was an easy interference call. And if the official behind it couldn't call it, the two on the sides could. The two side judges should have thrown the flag. Really easy call there.
Well, here's the thing. If there's anything that's remotely close to a PI, those refs are going to be quick to throw the flag on this play, or they should be at least.
Yeah, that previous play was almost like the defensive back thinking, okay, it's better to get a pass interference call than to give up a touchdown. But then the call was not made, so leaves Baylor this 4th down and 10 from the 13-yard line, trailing by 7, 31-24 to the Houston Cougars with 50 seconds remaining. Bears have to convert here, either 10 yards for the first down or the touchdown. Here's the ball game. Here's bowl season right here. Snap back to Sawyer Robertson. Pumps once, still looking. Pressured. He spins away. Oh, and he goes down. Sawyer Robertson is sacked. He threw the ball as he was going down on 4th down and 10. There is a scramble for the ball that Robertson did throw going down. But the ball will go over to Houston with 43 seconds to play. And the Cougars leading 31-24.
Oh, that's unfortunate. There's going to be a lot of what-ifs on that drive. I mean, really, Ashton Hawkins should have had a PI with the defender taking his helmet off. And then right there in the middle of the field, an obvious PI. And then nowhere to go for the ball for Sawyer. And unfortunately takes a sack or an incompletion, whatever you want to call it there. Is that how the season's going to end, it seems like?
43 seconds to go. They'll spot the ball at the 13, so I guess it was an incompletion. Ball goes back to the original line of scrimmage where that play started. So Houston has the ball. Baylor does have all 3 timeouts remaining. And you better believe Dave Aranda is not going to keep those in his back pocket. Here we go. Houston with the ball at the 13. Connor Wigman takes the snap, looking to run. Down he goes. Timeout, Baylor. A yard to the 14 by Connor Wigman. Timeout, Bears. 38 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. Oh, the big play to Kobe Prentice, 49-yard pass. First play of this possession. And Baylor seemed to have all the momentum back, even after that long touchdown scoring drive by Houston. But then it stalled out at the 13-yard line. Play that we thought could have easily been pass interference in the end zone against Houston was not called. And then the Bears can't convert on 4th down and 10. Ball goes over to the Cougars.
Man. Just speechless right now, John. I mean, just like so close right there. And again, should have had the ball on the 2-yard line. Now defensively, you did your job on 1st down. 2 more downs, then you're going to get the ball back, punting the ball with less than 30 seconds.
2nd and 9 for Houston from the 14. Snap back to Wigman, running near side. He turns the corner at the 20 and down at the 22. Hard charging Baylor defensive back. Timeout, Bears. Micah Gifford makes that tackle. Gifford, the junior out of Pflugerville Weiss High School. So timeout number 2 by the Bears. It is 3rd down and 2 for Houston at the 22.
Well, it all comes down to this. 1st down seals the game. If you get a stop right here, Houston will punt the ball and you'll have one last chance at 3 to 4 plays max.
Got to get a stop here. What a comeback by the Bears. Down by 7 now, 31-24 with 30 seconds remaining. It's 3rd down and 1, call it. I said 2, but 3rd down and 1 from the 22 for Houston. Bears defense has to have the stop right here. Snap back to Wegman. Running right, 1st down. And he'll slide down at the 30-yard line. 1st down Cougars, that'll ice it. Let's see if Houston will, or Baylor will use their final timeout. Appears not. 25 seconds to go.
Man.
They'll have to run it one more time, it appears. Play clock and game clock almost simultaneous. Houston's going to have to run one more play. Wegman that time broke free. He knew he had the 1st down. Well, there was nothing but green grass in front of him.
This is the end of the 4th quarter.
That'll do it.
And that is the game. They don't even have to run another play. Houston comes into Waco and wins over Baylor today. 31-24 the final score. Bears will finish at 5-7 on the season. 1 win shy of bowl eligibility. What a comeback by this team in the second half, but it comes up 7 points short against the Houston Cougars. Houston goes to 9-3 with the victory. Final score, Houston 31, Baylor 24. Stay with us. First Central Credit Union postgame show is coming up next on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hi, Jan from Toyota here to let you know that Toyotathon is on. And what better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota, like RAV4, Grand Highlander, and Corolla Cross. But to really get in the spirit, let's sing about it. So without further ado, driving through the snow in a new RAV4, hooray! To the slopes we go in a Highlander for a ski day. A Camry to get hot cocoa, tubing with a Tundra makes the kids go loco. Oh, what fun it is to make holiday wishes come true. Toyotathon, Toyotathon, Toyotathon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey!
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 1st. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 5th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places. During Toyotathon, qualified buyers can get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a rugged new 2026 Tundra. Offer available in select states only.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Do you ever scream at your screen when your 5G internet freezes? It's the worst. So why not switch to Astound? Wi-Fi that just works. With Astound Wi-Fi, you'll rage less, buffer less, and live more. Lock in gig speed Wi-Fi for just $35 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Plus, get up to a $200 Amazon gift card. Astound Wi-Fi, it just works. Visit astound.com today.
This has been live coverage of Baylor football on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Now, it's time for the First Central Credit Union postgame show. Brought to you by First Central Credit Union, serving members since 1937. Stay tuned as we break down the game, listen to highlights, talk with Coach Aranda, players, and more. All coming up on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Stadium Bears fall today in their season finale, 31-24 to the Houston Cougars. Welcome into the First Central Credit Union postgame show. It's brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. What a comeback by the Bears. We've seen it several times this year. Seen it on occasions when Bears came all the way back for big wins. This one they will end 7 points short. They're trailing 24-9 in the third quarter. They tie it at 24 apiece. Houston goes on a a nearly 7-minute drive to punch it in. Bears get to the 13-yard line of Houston and then can't get it in themselves for what I would think would have been a 2-point conversion attempt to win it over Houston. So they fall 31-24, the final score. Nick, tough loss, game effort by the Bears. Kind of the season in a capsule in this game today for Baylor.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the game today that lead to the outcome that it led to, and a lot of mistakes that were made, and then there were a lot of plays that were made. And I think as you go to bed tonight and you wake up tomorrow, you're obviously going to think about the most recent events that took place, and to me that's the non-PI calls in the end zone. And offensively, you did everything right to get those calls. What would have been a touchdown had that PI not happened, or get the ball on the 2-yard line. And so that's the part that I feel for the players, because that's out of their control. And again, you don't want to leave it up to the referees. There's other mistakes and things that you can look upon, but that's where there's the pit in my stomach, is the players stayed in the game, they fought hard, and had a chance to win, and should have had the ball on the 2-yard line with a chance to punch it in.
Ricky, are you there? All right, Ricky's already gone inside. We'll hear from him coming up in just a moment. But again, Baylor down to their fourth-string running back, really. Joseph Dodds is the only guy that had any carries that was available by the end of this game. We have not heard anything on Caden Knighton. If we do, Kenny Boyd will let us know, and we'll pass that along to you. And I say fourth-team running back. You reminded me Dawson Pendergrass has been out the entire year, so Dodds basically your fifth-string running back, and that was all Baylor had available late in the game.
Yeah, and honestly, it was really fun to watch Dodds run the
He
ball
ran
today.
hard.
Man, he ran hard. It was a pinball on one play, cutting north and south. I mean, honestly, an inspiring effort and valiant effort by him. And again, that's what you love, is when you see guys step up and make the most of the opportunities they're given. He did that today, and 12 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. What a way to go out for him.
31-24 the final. Bears fall to the Houston Cougars today. Baylor will end the season with a 5-7 record. No bowl game this year for Coach Dave Aranda. 3-6 for the Bears in Big 12 conference play. Thanks again to TFNB, your bank for life, our game sponsor today. TFNB, your bank for life, the official local bank of the Baylor Bears. Find out why more Central Texans are making TFNB their bank for life by stopping by any one of their 6 locations or visiting TFNBTX.com and Sikkim Bears. Also brought to you by Antone's Famous Po' Boys, a proud sponsor of Baylor Athletics. You can sick them right here at McLean Stadium, or you can find them wrapped in their iconic white butcher paper at your HEB deli selections and many fine supermarkets in Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, or Austin, thanks to Antone's Famous Po' Boys. More to come on the First Central Credit Union postgame show, brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Follows a 31-24 Houston win over Baylor here in Waco on Senior Day and here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
The Bears aren't the only one making plays this season. Your money can score too.
Hi, this is Joe Betsy Tyler with First Central. With our high interest checking, you can earn up to 5% APY just for using your account. No fees, no tricky plays, just real reward.
Visit firstcentralcu.com and open your account today. It's your season to earn more.
First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you.
Eligibility and qualifications apply. APY annual percentage yield. Member NCUA.
Proudly serving Texas since 2007, Magnolia Realty is a full-service brokerage and a trusted neighbor, bridging expert industry knowledge with integrity and kindness. Known for their award-winning agents, Magnolia Realty understands the dynamics of making the real estate journey your own and the importance of trust from contract to close. You can find their local agents here in Waco and across the state, including in Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, and Temple. To get connected and learn more, visit magnoliarealty.com. Here's to home.
TFNB, your bank for life, is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
This season, Bobcat of Waco is proud to partner with the Baylor mascots to bring you a winning lineup. Just like the Bears on the field, Bobcat machines deliver unstoppable strength, speed, and toughness. And right now, you can score big with 0% financing or cash rebates on the hardest working equipment in Texas. Visit us at 16595 North I-35 in Elmont, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or online 24/7 at bobcatcce.com. Don't sit on the sidelines. Gear up with Bobcat of Waco, and let's make this season one to remember. Sic 'em Bears.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Union post-game show brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Team just now, they haven't left the field yet. The Golden Wave Band is still out there. The Baylor team has stayed out there for the playing of that good old Baylor line. Team made their way across the field, the far sideline, to slap high fives with the Baylor students, the Baylor line over there. So it may be a few minutes before even anyone gets into the locker room, but we'll take you down there, and then, of course, we'll hear from Coach Dave Aranda coming up as well. Ricky is back with us now, and Ricky, another game effort by the Bears, another really, really good comeback, but today it comes up 7 points short. Yeah, and that's really a shame. I thought the Bears really fought hard. Early mistakes really put them in a hole, and when you go into the fourth quarter, right down 24-9, you're thinking this is going to be a tough road. But when you fight back and you tie that thing up at 24-all, held Houston on a fourth down play that had a short field for the Bears to score, then even at the end, Houston drives down, scores with less than 2 minutes to go, and I guess the first play, the long ball to Prentice, you're in scoring position already. And a couple of questionable calls, I thought. Those always happen. We know that. But those two non-interference calls I thought were very, very costly, particularly the last one there that was really very obvious that would have put the ball at the 2-yard line for the Bears. But just didn't get it done. And you can also go back and blame the Bears for the early mistakes. Interception in the end zone early in the first quarter. That should have been a touchdown drive, and really, really struggled in the red zone today. And, Rick, you saw on that one play that we keep referring to could have been pass interference that was not called, but you saw another penalty that could have been called, a hold on there too. Yeah, that's true. There was a hold before the pass interference. As the receiver was coming around, he was grabbed on the arm, and then after that, obviously, the interference call, but really Porter had no shot to catch that ball because the defender had his arms pinned well before the ball got there. Well, 31-24 the final. Bears can't get it in the end zone for a game-tying or potentially game-winning drive there at the end of the game. They finish down by 7 to the Cougars, 31-24 the final score. Rick, we were talking about Joseph Dodds. What a game by Joseph Dodds with Bryson Washington. Well, went into the game with no Michael Turner. Bryson Washington had 16 yards on his first 2 carries today, and then he went out with an injury. And then Caden Knighton late in the game. Was that third quarter or fourth quarter for Caden Knighton? A very scary situation. He was on the field for a long time. We do get word from Kenny Boyd, Baylor's Associate AD for Health and Wellness. He says, quoting, Caden is at the hospital for testing. He is sitting up, alert, and moving his extremities. So that sounds really positive for Caden Knighton.
Really good news. Yeah, a scary situation when a stretcher comes out. It's never a good thing. And so he's had a heck of a year for true freshman, and watch the growth that we've gotten to see from game 1 to today. It's been fun to watch. He's an exciting player, and he's got a bright future.
So Caden Knighton goes out with that injury, and Rick, Baylor's Joseph Dodds, he's the last man standing for Baylor in that running back spot. Yes, and I thought he carried himself very well. Just what a tough runner he is. He was really churning his legs, hard to bring down, a lot of yards after contact, and really just what the Bears needed in that situation against this Houston team. And I don't think any of us would have picked Dodds as your leading rusher before the game started out of the backfield, but he sure earned it, and I think that will obviously earn him some time next year on the field. And you'll have Pendergrass back, obviously, and
probably Washington, but it's going to be hard to keep Dodds off the field.
Yeah, he really showed himself really well today, and Dawson Pendergrass, a guy that's been out all season also, so a position that was really deep for the Bears early in the year at least, finished really thin in this final game of the season. Final game of the regular season, final game of the season. No bowl game for the Bears, who'd been to bowl games in 12 of the last 15 years, but no bowl game this year for Coach Aranda and the Bears. What about Sawyer Robertson today? His final game in a Baylor uniform finishes 23 of 46, 309 yards, over 300 yards passing for the 11th time in his Baylor career, 7th time this season over 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nick, how would you grade Sawyer Robertson today?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall he did what he needed to do to put us in a position to win the game there on that final drive. Obviously, there were times today where he missed some throws again, and I think that's kind of been a little bit of his season. He's got moments where he's really good, and then he's got moments where he missed that one, take that one back. I want to redo there, and I think part of that is the pressure he's put on himself this year. And he wants to play extremely well and play to perfection for the guys around him, not for himself, but for those wearing the jersey with him. And so, again, I mean, it's a 300-plus yards and a touchdown. I think he would walk away feeling like he left points on the table, though, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
And, Ricky, the turnovers, we talked about that ad nauseum this year for Baylor, but they finish -1 today in the turnover category. 2 turnovers by Baylor, 1 fumble, 1 interception. They do get the 1 interception from Keaton Thomas, but the Bears will finish the season at -13 in takeaways. That's, over the course of the year, that's hard to overcome.
Well, and I think the results show that their turnover game is such a huge part of football, and you just can't have those. And if you do, you still need to end up on the positive side of that. And costly ones like the interception bounced off of a Houston player's helmet, of all things, and then intercepted in the end zone. But when you're -13, that points to some really tough situations that you have to overcome, and you just can't overcome all of them. So that was a huge factor among many things this season that really made it a rough start of what was hoped to be a very good season. A lot of hope when this season started, and I think all considered pretty disappointing, but that happens. It's football, and games are hard to win, guys. Nick, you know it from playing. It's hard to win a football game. You've got to have things clicking to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, and you're never going to play a perfect game, right? There's always going to be challenges and things you have to overcome, but when it's every quarter, when it's so consistently, it just makes it really difficult. And you look back, and we pulled out the game in Dallas the second week of the year against SMU, overcoming a lot of challenges. You did it against Kansas State as well. You came up just short against Arizona State. You came up just short today. And so, there's so many of those moments that this team has a resiliency about them, but ultimately just too many stumbles, too many nails in your own foot that it cost you, and you weren't able to finish it this year.
All right, 31-24 the final, Houston over Baylor. We'll have more on the First Central Credit Union post-game show when we come back. Stay with us. Still to come, we'll take you down to the Baylor locker room, visit with the Baylor player, head coach Dave Aranda, give you all the final numbers from this game, plus check scores around the Big 12 and nationally. We know now that Texas Tech and BYU will meet in the Edward Jones Big 12 championship game, football championship game next Saturday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Bears not bowling this year. They finish at 5-7 on the season. More to come on the First Central Credit Union post-game show. Reminder also, the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank live at Rudy's this Wednesday. Our final show of the semester. Faith Lynch will be hosting, and we'll have Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach, and Steve Henson, Baylor men's basketball assistant coach, our guests on the show this Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. live from Rudy's. And come and join us or tune in on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Back with more in a moment on the First Central Credit Union postgame show, 31-24. Houston over Baylor, the final, on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
When life gets complicated, Butts Law Firm is your one stop for a wide range of legal needs. Whether you need estate planning documents such as a will, trust, or guardianship, or the appointment of a receiver to handle personal or business assets management and disposal, consumer protection, family-related legal matters, or various business-related issues, we are your community firm. Whether you're planning for the future, navigating a probate, or managing a business, our experienced team is ready to guide you every step of the way. Trust us to provide the legal support you need. Call today, 406-641-BUTZ. That's 406-641-2889. Or come by the Waxahachie office at 301 South Rogers Street, Suite 202, downtown Waxahachie. Come see the difference having a trusted attorney by your side can make, because at Butts Law Firm, your legal rights are our business.
Hey y'all, it's Jackie Marshall from Baylor Football. You probably know Goodwill for their stores. Trust me, I've scored some fun finds here. But here's the real deal. When you donate or shop at Heart of Texas Goodwill, you're helping people right here in the community get jobs, training, or even a high school diploma. HOT Goodwill celebrating 70 years strong and still changing lives through the power of work. That's something worth celebrating. Donate, shop, change lives. That's Heart of Texas Goodwill.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted best in Waco year after year. Enjoy exceptional service and care from Dr. Leanne Green alongside her dedicated optometrist and staff. Receive trustworthy insights on your eye health. Enjoy the impressive variety of contacts and eyewear and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new state-of-the-art dry eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, non-invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Show brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Bears fall to Houston today in the season finale, 31-24 here at McLean Stadium. We are brought to you in part by Premier ER and Urgent Care, the place to go when you're not sure where to go. Open 24/7 and just a short walk across campus. No appointment necessary, just walk in. Visit premier.care to learn more. Also, another word of thanks to TFNB, your bank for life, our game sponsor today. TFNB, your bank for life, the official local bank of the Baylor Bears. Find out why more Central Texans are making TFNB their bank for life by stopping by any one of their 6 locations or visiting tfnbtx.com and Sikkim Bears. Continuing as we await a visit with Coach Dave Aranda, hopefully a player following this game on the First Central Credit Union postgame show. Nick, I think you've got the final stats there. Let's pass those along. Stats that add up to a 31-24 Houston win over Baylor.
Yeah, so Houston on 79 plays had 417 yards of offense, 201 through the air, and 216 rushing for 29 first downs. Baylor 72 plays for 421 yards, 309 passing yards, 112 rushing on 25 first downs. Houston was 5 of 14 on third downs and 4 of 5 on fourth downs and 3 for 3 on red zone scores. Baylor 3 of 11 on third downs, 1 of 3 on fourth downs, and 3 of 6 on red zone scores. So that's a big stat right there for the Bears. Individually, Houston, Connor Wegman, 121 yards on 22 carries for 2 touchdowns. DJ Butler, 10 carries for 53 yards. Dean Connors, 14 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Wegman, 21 of 31 through the air, 201 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Amari Thomas had 9 catches for 97 yards. Koziol had 7 catches for 59 yards. Dean Connors, 3 catches for 22 yards. On the flip side for Baylor, Joseph Dodds had 12 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown on the day. Caden Knighton, 8 carries for 22 yards before his injury. Bryson Washington, his 2 carries for 16 yards before he was injured as well. And then Sawyer had 13 yards on the day rushing. 23 of 46 through the air for Sawyer. 1 touchdown, 1 interception for 309 yards. Cole Wilson, 7 catches, 69 yards. Kobe Prentice, 4 catches, 96 yards. Josh Cameron, 3 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown on that double move. And then Ashton Hawkins, 3 catches for 35 yards. Keaton Thomas lead the way with 11 total tackles, and then Micah Gifford for 10 tackles right behind him. And then Kentrell Webb, 10 tackles for the Houston Cougars leading the way.
All right, very good. And I was thinking about some of the guys, some names we did not hear today. No Michael Trigg. He was out, and we knew that going into the game. No Michael Turner. Would have been another running back. Bears could have really used him today. No Jacob Redding in the secondary. I think that the way he has played this year, that was a huge loss for the Bears. And those are the main 3. Bo Onu was out today for the Bears as well. And then we lost Bryson Washington, lost Caden Knighton over the course of the game. Now, excuses are for losers, and everybody has injuries. But, boy, the Bears really battling some injuries going into this game, and then it got worse as the game went on.
Yeah, it definitely piled up. And, again, it's unfortunate, and that's part of every team's journey, but definitely this team especially. And we were kind of talking, man, preseason in August, you were deep at the running back position. 12 games later, you're down to your what would have been your 5th string running back on the year. So it's just the way it goes at times. And again, that doesn't lead to the total outcome. There's other things that you can change and take care of, but it definitely contributes to it.
Ricky, you there?
Here.
All right, so we're waiting on player and Coach Aranda to visit with here on the postgame show. We're also going to check scores, but don't want to. I know a lot of people were here at the game and didn't hear our recognitions of you over the course of the game, and they may be just now getting to their cars. But, Ricky, I really wish it could have been a win for you in your final game. What turns out to be your final game on the sidelines, no bowl game for the Bears this year. Gosh, I wanted to win for the seniors, for Coach Aranda to be bowl eligible. But I wanted to win for you today, Ricky, too, and I'm sorry that didn't happen.
Well, that would have been fun to do one more game, wherever that might have been. I know Independence Bowl guys were on the sideline the whole day. They wouldn't be here for any other reason than an invitation if you win a football game. But, you know, that happens, and over 26 years, we've got to play in some great bowl games, and that's been fun. 3 Big 12 championships and 300-plus games, so no regrets there. I do wish these kids could have won this game and gotten to a bowl. Kid like Josh Cameron and Sawyer Robertson, those guys, you just want them to have one more game and play together and just experience what a bowl game is. That's such a different atmosphere and good time. Plus, it's another month of practices for the guys that are coming back next year. So in that regard, I hate it, but it's been good, John. It's been a great 26 years, and gosh, I just wouldn't trade the world for it.
Well, you've been terrific for all those years and so consistent, haven't missed a single game, 317 consecutive games. With us on the sidelines, as we say, in all kinds of weather through the years, and some big wins, some great memories, and I know I speak for a lot of people when I say how much we appreciate you and your great work for all those years.
Well, I appreciate them and all the Baylor fans, and as our friend Scott Drew says, thank you, Baylor fans.
Yeah, and Ricky, again, man, thanks for welcoming me to the crew. It's been a fun 12 games, and you know, this is all I've known. You've been patient with me as I've learned these ropes for the first time. But man, you're good at what you do. It's a privilege and an honor to get to be a part of these 12 games with you.
Well, Nick, it's been cool. I mean, you and I have gone from me interviewing you to us doing games together. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if it speaks to our ages or what that is, but that is really cool. Hey, guys, we've got Matthew Klopfenstein, if you guys are ready for him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks for that, Rick. We appreciate it. We do salute Ricky Thompson. His final game on the sidelines for us as this season comes to an end today. 31-24, lost by the Bears. Going to visit with the Baylor tight end, Matthew Klopfenstein, right after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. Back in 10 seconds on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
31-24 the final. Bears fall to the Houston Cougars today. Final game of the season for the Bears as things turn out. And we welcome you back on the First Central Credit Union post-game show brought to you by the First Central Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Pleased to be joined by Baylor tight end Matthew Klopfenstein following the loss by the Bears today. Man, we really feel for you, and what a comeback. I mean, y'all were right there with a chance to drive for a game-tying or winning score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Super proud of this team, the way we fought back, and, it's unfortunate the way the cards were played towards the end, but, super proud of this team for giving up, a lot of effort towards the end.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'll remember most about this team is how you guys were so resilient and you fought back so many times, and today was just the most recent occasion of that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with last year's team is that we were just winning these close games, and it's been, I'd say it really hasn't rolled in our favor this season, but, you got to have wins like that, close games coming down to the wire. You got to find a way to win, so it's unfortunate.